Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are doing the World Grand Prix Darts 2025 Day 3 predictions, odds, betting tips, ACCAs, order of play and TV times. So the second round of the Ball Sports World Grand Prix begins in Leicester on Wednesday night. So here's the Chris Hammers match preview and best bets. So second round format, best of 5 sets. All sets are best of 5 legs, but there will be no tie break in any set, but all legs must begin and end with a double, meaning that a player must hit a double before he can begin scoring in each leg. Right, we saw some top belters last night. Luke Littler averaging 106. Luke Littler averaged 105 and Jan Van Veen lost 2-0 by 106 average. The highest average, by the way, so far was Alan Warner-Little against Andy Jenkins way back in 2001. Seems a long time ago. Right, let's kick off with the last 16 matches. Kicking off, Cameron Menzies versus Rob Cross. Cameron Menzies upset the odds against Chris Dobey to book his duck on the World Grand Prix stage and finds himself as an underdog once again with a place in the quarterfinals up for grabs. Before you get into the YouTube channel, please make sure support the channel and please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do. Let's go for 1,000 likes. So the Scotsman played pretty solidly enough, was unable to take advantage of Dobey's woeful doubling at the start and end on the numerous legs to run out a 2-0 winner with an average of 84. But Rob Cross only managed an 82 average in a nail-biting clash with debutant Nyman and survived a match dart in a deciding leg to reach the round 2 for the fourth time in 9 attempts. So I sense another scrappy match in both players' performances are anything to go by. I'm not expecting many 180s either, but considering they only managed one between them on Monday night, but over a long format, it does feel slightly less of a loyalty than the opening round. But Menzies is still well and capable of pushing voltage, and it could well go the distance. But I'm gonna edge towards I'm going for a surprise winner, Cameron Menzies again. And I'm going for Menzies to win 3-2. And on the second match up, Stephen Bunting will face Danny Noppert. Stephen Bunting underlined just why he's widely fancied to challenge for the title with one of the performances of the opening round on Monday night. The Bullet, who has reached a whopping 10 tournament finals this season and won 6 of them, averaged an impressive 97.02 against Nico Sprinter and fired in 5 180s across just 8 legs during the 2-0 victory. I feel he will be putting a much sterner pressure from Danny Noppert. The Dutchman got off to a painfully slow start against Jermaine Wattimena as he lost the opening set 3-0, but after that he looked much sharper on his doubles and applied pressure on his countryman, but with a heavy scoring as he clawed his way back into the match before clinching the deciding with an ice-cold 158 checkout. Noppert, though's strength of character helped him reach the World Masters semi-finals this season. Can Sprinter surprise here, although I still expected Bunting to hit most 180s and boosted one of the highest maximum per leg ratio on the circuit. But Stephen Bunting's playing the best darts of his life right now. But I'm going for Bunting to just have a little bit too much, and I'm going to go for Bunting to win 3-1. And then third up, Luke Humphries will face Krzysztof Ratajski. Luke Humphries was relieved man to battle past Nathan Aspinall 2-0 in the first round. It's fair to say the comfortable scoreline was no small part down to his opponent gifting him the second set with the string of errors, but the cool hand was pretty clinical with his doubling, but also fired in a pair of 100+ checkouts. While you like to think his unusual weakness in the scoring phase of a game may have been down to caginess that we often see in the opening round of this tournament. Now we are into the slighter, safer, best of 5 set format. Humphries should relax and find his rhythm, but a lot more. I expected Krzysztof Ratajski to be on the receiving end on a statement of an intent, but the Polish Eagle, who has enjoyed a pretty decent season, produced an impressive 95.94 average during a 2-0 victory over Martin Schindler, in which he only dropped one leg, but I'm sure Humphries will put him under too much pressure to perform those levels again. Although Cullen didn't manage a single 180 last time, compared to Ratajski's 2, he's generally a lot more prolific when it comes to maximums and should complete the double. I'm going for Humphries win to hit the most 180s and highest checkout. I'm going for Humphries to win 3-1. And next up, Joe Cullen will face Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson survived a drama on a deciding leg, overcome the old foal Raymond van Barneveld in a match that made more headlines for the lack of a post-match handshake, but the Flying Scotsman averaged a credible 90.06, was spectacular sharp on his finishing doubles as he ended up with a 53% checkout percentage. Joe Cullen was equally as impressive on that front during his surprisingly comfortable 2-0 triumph over James Wade, although his scoring needs to improve to ensure he applies maximum pressure on Anderson. So the rock star is the first to admit it's how inconsistent he can be, especially this season, but the fact he's reached 3 finals and won 2 of them, including the Players' Championship event last month, proves he can still cut it with anyone. Anderson can look vulnerable in these days, but particularly on the big stages, and Cullen could well spring a surprise, but I'm going for Anderson to win 3-1 for Gary Anderson. So that's my predictions then for day 3 for the World Grand Prix of Darts. Day 3 of the last 16. Leave on your comments below, guys. Are we predicting any upsets? But last night we saw one. Dirk van Dijvenbode demolished Michael van Gerwen 2-0. But will we see many upsets? Who knows? Maybe it's tonight, but maybe I don't think it's happening. Humphries versus Ratajski, I don't see that happening. But Menzies against Cross potentially. So leave on your comments below, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, peace out. Have a great day.